Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hello, hi. If you haven't seen part 1, part 2, or part 3 of this story time, stop what you're doing, go check them out. I'll put some links down below, and then come back here and just enjoy yourself. I don't know, it's mildly entertaining. By now, it was so great to see how open Aubrey had become.
You know how you're nice to someone, so they keep doing favors for you?
And how easily her friendship could be purchased.
Well, she drives me around in her car. I mean, he buys me shots. I still need to use her laundry card.
But at least she's nice to her family.
It is not my fault that I trusted this Tinder guy that I met one time for 2 hours to take me all the way from Florida to New Jersey.
Well, maybe that was a one-time thing.
I totally used my uncle's death as an excuse to get a better grade on my exam.
Ugh.
Well, one time I was with my grandma going to a grocery store and she was in her walker and she was really slow, so I kind of just kept walking and then I left her in the parking lot and then—
Stop talking! I guess the best word to use by now was trapped. I felt very, very trapped with the girl who lived with me, took classes with me, did an internship with me, and had the same friends. It was great. It was so great. Now, I do want to admit that she did have one true friend, and I remember it was really sad because senior year her mom passed away.
When I went to console her, I didn't really know what to say because it was really awkward, so I just talked about myself.
I judge myself. So I'm gonna have to tell you this mini story time to make the rest of the story make sense. So I was best friends with Bobby. Y'all remember Bobby? And he was best friends with Marty. So when Bobby graduated and left, it was pretty much like, well, you know, here's the replacement, Bobby. Here's Marty. So now it's Lesley and Marty together. And I remember telling Bobby, no, he's not gonna replace you. I don't like him as much. But I did end up becoming friends with Marty. He was no Bobby, but I liked Marty and I trusted Marty and we were really great friends. So he definitely knew my struggles with my roommate and he wasn't a big fan of her as well. So a few years back, there was this Apple iPhone update where once you put it on your phone, people weren't really receiving each other's text messages. It was really weird. So Aubrey would send group texts or direct texts trying to include Marty in these hangouts. And Marty would say, oh, I never got your text. And she would believe him. However, he didn't even have an iPhone. And he also had a nickname for her in regards to her body. And it wasn't the best name. I'm not going to repeat it, but it was the nickname he created for his roommates to refer to her as. Long story short, Aubrey is very clueless in a lot of these situations and had no idea her effect on a lot of people, including Marty, who did not really want to hang out with her. A lot of times, anytime a hangout did happen and he invited her to things, I remember him just saying back to the group how sorry he felt for her. Marty thought it would be a good idea to set me down on my bed with all of the pictures of me and my boyfriend behind me and tell me that he is in love with me. Like, why do boys do this? I don't understand. I did reject him. I was very nice about it. But I mean, I also had a boyfriend. A few weeks went by and honestly, things were just back to normal. I mean, I was a little weirded out, but I mean, it's Marty. I've been friends with him for a while. But then, I don't know, his self-esteem just couldn't handle it and he decided to become angry and my arch nemesis. I mean, he might have been 5'2", but he was 5'2" of anger. His first attempt at hurting me was making sure I was not invited to the Gasparilla parade with our friend group. However, I had already made plans. Didn't affect me. I don't know if he thought this was a great excuse to try to make sure Aubrey didn't come because she was annoying or just causing more riffraff because he didn't understand that I had other plans. But he also disinvited Aubrey. And you know what I did? I bawled my eyes out. I was so afraid that they were going to start bullying her and making sure she was kicked out of everything because the only reason they had tolerated her so much from the beginning was because she was kind of my roommate and listed as my friend. And this just got completely turned around, but the thing is that when Marty and I did have the fallout, I remember telling Aubrey, don't hang out with Marty, you don't want to hang out with him, he's not a good friend. And to be honest, both of us, Marty and me, didn't want to be Aubrey's friend. However, I knew what Marty was capable of, and I can vouch that I was always still a good friend to Aubrey, and I was afraid of what he would do and how he would treat her. And on March 17th, 2016, I knew the fallout had happened. Marty decided to sit Aubrey down and tell her everything I felt, everything I said, everything I did, everything. And I remember looking at that text, and I just knew. And I told Bree, hey, this is happening. I can feel it in the text. And this happened to be a really hard week for me because I ended up getting a false positive on a blood test result where the doctors had to call me to retake the test because they told me that my blood wasn't clotting. And while I was just waiting it out for her to get back to the room, I realized out of all my friends, she was the only one who really didn't follow up with me or console me about those test results. She just cared about herself, and I was done.
Okay, I just got done talking to Marty. And sometimes you do things and you don't invite me to them purposely.
Wait, is that like your opening line? Because last time I checked, I wake up and you're there. I go to class and you're there. I'm at an internship and you're there. And you're gonna give me beef for not always wanting to hang out with you? By now, I have this built up anger that honestly, I unleash it. I was scary, but I didn't call her names. I was very honest with everything, and I tried my best to always think before I spoke. But everything that I told her in the past that she's done, she denied it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
We got into a screaming match where it was more me screaming than her. And I just knew I had to put an end to this, so I kicked her out of my room, and I didn't talk to her since. And then she made a point to whine to all of our friends and tell everybody on campus, people like my sorority sisters or my friends that had transferred. They all needed to know. And then we got the tweets. Lots and lots of tweets. Oh, Tweedledee everywhere because there's no one else for her to talk to. Probably had about a month and a half left until graduation, and living in silence was doable, but it's not fun sharing living quarters where you hear her and she hears you talk about things, or sharing a bathroom and having to coordinate that without ever speaking. Thank goodness the other roommates were my friends and not her friends, but we didn't gang up on her or anything like that. Like, let's make that clear. And Aubrey, it could have been different if you hadn't subtweeted our fourth roommate. During this time, she finally meets a boy from Tinder who is interested in talking and hanging out with her more than the regular 2-day duration. Great, I'm super happy for her. And then we start seeing this boy all the damn time. And because none of us are talking to her, we have no idea when he's gonna come in. Because we're girls, we don't think anything of it when we walk around in our bra and underwear or being in the bathroom with the door open. It's kind of just a girl thing. My favorite thing was when he walked in and saw my boobs. Aubrey was the only one who finished her classes on a Wednesday, so she'd have him over on a Thursday, still a school night, and have him come over, and he was loud and he would talk until 2 a.m.
I don't know what to say. We're dating now, and that's just kind of what happens.
Yeah, I know that kind of happens. I have a boyfriend.
I mean, I never got upset with you when you had your guys over.
Guys? Do you mean the one time my boyfriend came over for a weekend? We honestly were really happy in the beginning because Aubrey would always make these first dates be in our dorm room where the guy would always know where we lived, and we lived on the bottom floor with this big, huge window. And we kept telling her how dangerous that was and that we don't know these guys that she's bringing in. So we were honestly really happy when she met this nice guy. But really, it's the first thing that comes up when you Google search him. It's okay, because after 3 weeks, he ended it. And then there were tweets everywhere everywhere. Finally, it is graduation weekend, and I am so excited to move out of that dorm and never see Aubrey's face again, ever again. So when you move out of a dorm, you're pretty much given a time limit to have all your stuff removed and have everything clean. If you fail to do so, they have no problem with charging you, especially my university. I bet you guys know where this is going. This is how Aubrey decided to leave the bathroom for me and my mom to clean up. You can subtweet me until the day that I die if you want. You can talk all the shiz about me, but you are not going to do that to my mom, who has been outstandingly kind to you, providing bathroom dorm room essentials every time, helped with the move out process of moving your boxes to storage, providing you with boxes, and scrubbing the common room floor to make sure that nobody got fined. You don't mess with my mom. But it's okay, Aubrey. Mom and we did not clean your side. And we made sure that the university knew that was your mess. There's nothing more to tell. I think I'm done. I'm done! I now have closure with the situation where I finally got to share my side of the story and share with you guys what had been going on with me. Because as you can see, I was not very happy in all of my YouTube videos that I posted in college. But now I am. And like, comment, follow me on my socials, and did I say subscribe? I don't know. Okay, bye guys.